What up, you guys? Welcome back to Furrow Publications YouTube channel. This channel talk about zines and DIY publishing. And today I want to flip through Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 1. I'm a big Turtles fan. This probably had the biggest impact on me and the trajectory of my life. And so I thought, why not kind of go through each issue from the original Mirage Studio run, the Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird issues, and just see honestly what it was that pulled me to this. I didn't start picking up any of these issues until later on, which was more back towards like Return to New York era, which is like way past this. I didn't read these till I was an adult, but something that's fun, off kilter, and just reads so well. Like, honestly, one of the things I think they don't get enough credit for, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, is that their story structures were solid. Like, the subtext is all there, and then the motion as well, just it all just reads well. Like, it could be, it's easy to say like, oh, it's because of these factors, but the reality is like, this was a well-written story. And some of the things they did were things that kind of went against the comic book tropes. Such things as, on this first issue, Shredder dies, doesn't come back. That's something you wouldn't see normally. And when he does come back, it's for a brief moment, and there's a very logical reason why he came back. Something like this, them vanishing, right? People talk about this. I heard the cartoonist Kayfabe too talk about this as well. Like, you know, it sets a tone of like they vanished into the city. Like, nobody nowhere else would have just done this, but it goes with the story and goes with the narrative and the cadences of the way it was written, that it just works. The trope of like explaining the story and how this all came to be. And then the story structure is very simple. It's a vengeance story. Like, you know, as much as I know later on they try to kind of like revamp the story, it was a vengeance story originally. It was this idea of honor and of like almost like a tribal situation of like they did something wrong to Master Splinter's tribe, and so they're gonna go right this wrong. And that was it. That was the whole story structure. And then there was this whole ninja situation of like, okay, now you guys are my students, my disciples. Now I need you to go and, you know, right this wrong that happened to our tribe. And it was as simple as sending a message. I like this one right here. This panel is hella cool. And this art didn't read like anything else that I've seen. Like, honestly, for the longest time, I thought this was all pencil. And it's so funny to look back on issue 1 and see how they drew the Shredder here versus how they drew him, you know, towards the Back to New York saga, right? Like, or how we view the Shredder now versus how we viewed him then. And then look at this double page splash, beast mode. So much texture and volumes. And that's one of the things about Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird's work, is that like some of the action that's in these issues, it really does flow, man. Look at this panel. Right, and the way they wrote. So I see they were good men, my best. I see too that they have left their mark. That's another thing that you don't see normally in comics. Like, it was always like the superheroes almost won unscathed, and like these guys were getting banged up, homie. Like, this was a fight. This was brutal, right? Like, Shredder's getting them. He's giving it to them. But in the end of the day, they still lose. Look at this page right here. We are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We strike hard and fade away into the night. Call back to the beginning of the issue. Just well written, well done, man. So that's it, man. I saw the Peter Laird shoot interview with the cartoonist Kayfabe too, and it just made me just pick up this volume that, well, I have all these issues here just lying around, but I keep these graphic novels with me and just read them and reread them. Go to comic books for me at least. Like anytime I'm feeling unenergized, I'll pick up, read an issue of Ninja Turtles, and like before you know it, like I'm back to just making. And listening to Peter Laird talk today, it just made me want to make more comics. But alright, you guys, if you guys haven't read the original Mirage Studio Ninja Turtles, you guys need to do that for yourselves, alright?